Hi, I'm Ashley and I'm a survivor of human trafficking. I'm the daughter of two wonderful, loving parents. My father was in the Air Force, and I grew up just like a lot of kids grow up. When I was in the 8th grade, my family, we made a move to Alabama, and during that year, I went to a party, and first time ever getting drunk, and while I was at the party, I was raped. And that rape really just changed the course of my life. I started isolating myself from my parents and self-mutilating by, binge eating and vomiting. I became bulimic almost immediately. Partying, drinking, and drugs became a regular part of my life. I was just running as fast as I could, trying to escape this pain that I did not even realize was there. I was introduced to some people who were drug dealers, and so they befriended me, got to know me. Before I knew it, invited me over to their house. One night, the man who was kind of the ringleader was in town from Miami. The woman and the man, they raped me, and that was my introduction to working for them. Basically, they would take me on a drug runs, introduce me to people, ask how much they would give for me, and basically the goal was you had to bring your money back to the family. And so several times, I was beaten, and one of the in particular times, I was dragged out of bed and beaten, and as soon as I saw her leave the house, I ran to my car, drove as fast as I could. God really opened the door for me to get out of there. Almost immediately, I was sleeping on a friend's couch, and he had a friend who worked for an escort agency in Destin. For a short time, I worked for a couple of agencies. One night, I went out to a club, and after the club, I went to a Waffle House. As I walked in, there were 6 men standing in the back. They invited me back to their hotel room, and in their hotel room, they gang raped me and argued over who would be my pimp, essentially who would be my trafficker, and took me to Atlanta to pimp me. It was like I was a revolving door. I really don't know even how to describe the number of times that I was raped by people that they knew. As I started having crazy panic attacks, major nightmares. A situation happened where I stole something from the person that I lived with, and she proceeded to beat me almost to death. And I had a split second to run out of the house. And the neighbors called the police, and the police came. And so when they came in, really, the officer looked at me, and really without asking me any questions, the first thing he said to me was, "She's nothing but a crack whore." So really at that time, that'd been something I'd come to believe about myself. I really had no need to argue with him. And then one in particular night, I was in an argument with somebody who I'd been involved with, and I looked at him and I just said, "I need Jesus." And I really meant it with all of my heart. And my life did not immediately change, but when I woke up the next day, doors all around me were closing. And then one night, I knew I was feeling off. I knew I was feeling sick. That night, I found out I was pregnant. I called my mom, and my mom's response to me was I've been waiting to hear that you're dead, that you're in prison, or that you're pregnant. I'm really glad you're pregnant. Do you want to come home? And really that invitation to come home, it really started like an incredible rescue and redeeming process for me. It was really hard. The first couple of months being pregnant, I'd had nightmares every night, terrible nightmares. And this in particular night, I didn't have a nightmare. And I just woke up, and I just knew I always felt this evil presence lurking with me. But this in particular night, I didn't feel it. And as I woke up, I just looked up and I just said, "Okay, I'm done. I'm done running. And I need you, Jesus, come into my heart." And he came and he met me in that place, and and my life immediately changed. I went through immense healing. No more anxiety, no more depression, to help other women know that there's always hope, that there's no situation that is hopeless. And really that's my life mission now, because we know that full freedom, complete restoration, and redemption is possible with Jesus. My name is Ashley, and this is my redemption story.